There's a new 8K. Let's dive into it. On August 18th, AMC posted on the website, blah, 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 a set of frequently asked questions about the recently announced special dividend of AMC preferred equity units. A copy of the frequently asked questions is attached hereto as Exhibit 99. What is an AMC preferred equity unit? I mean, I could tell you this. It's 1/100th of a preferred equity stock and has the exact same voting power the units do as AMC common stock. Each AMC preferred equity unit, referred to as an APE, is designed to have the same economic value as a share of Class A common stock. So as an AMC stock equals APE unit. They're the same thing. Each AMC preferred equity unit is designed to have the same voting rights as a share of common stock. Exactly what we said. One vote of AMC is one vote of APE. The AMC preferred equity unit will trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol APE. That's going to be starting on August 22nd. An AMC preferred equity unit is a depository share, with each AMC preferred equity unit representing 1/100th of a share of AMC's authorized convertible participating preferred stock. So this is the kind of the confusing thing, a preferred equity unit versus preferred stock. Preferred stock, that one stock, is being used to make 100 preferred equity units. That's this 1/100th thing. When is AMC preferred equity unit dividend being issued? Well, the ex-dividend date is tomorrow, so it should start on the 22nd. If an investor sells shares of our common stock on the New York Stock Exchange before the ex-dividend date on the 22nd, that investor will not be entitled to the preferred equity unit, as in you need to be an owner of AMC at the close of business on Friday, August 19th to get this dividend right here. It's right in front of us. You can't sell in between. Like, you have to own it when the market closes on Friday, August 19th. If an investor buys our common stock before the ex-dividend date, the investor will be entitled to receive the equity unit. You got to be the owner. That makes sense. They will start trading ex-dividend date on the 22nd. However, the first initial trade of AMC preferred equity units may not commence exactly with the market opening. We expect the first APE trade will occur on New York Stock Exchange sometime between opening 9:30 and noon. So not necessarily at market open. I guess they're giving us a window between 9:30 a.m. ET and noon is when APE might start trading. Are AMC preferred equity units convertible into a common stock? If so, when? I mean, I could answer that for you. They are, but it has to be voted on. Like, the shareholders would have to vote for that to happen. Technically, yes, AMC preferred equity units can convert into common stock, but only if the AMC board proposes it, and then investors vote to approve an increase in the number of authorized shares of common stock in the amount at least sufficient. So right here, there's two things that need to happen. Yes, investors have to vote that that's appropriate, but on top of it, the board has to propose it. So this is one of the kind of the funky things that's going on is people are like, well, we could just vote. It's like, yeah, you could vote, but you're only going to vote if the board proposes it. If the AMC leadership board never proposes that as a thing, well, then the investors are never going to vote on it. It's two things that have to happen for APE to turn back into AMC, which in my opinion does make APE a little bit more risky, because what if the board never proposes it? And then on top of it, if they do propose it, but what if it's not voted on? Or as in, what if it's not voted in the affirmative? However, we do not currently expect AMC board to make such a proposal anytime soon. Boom. Right there. If you think APE is going to turn into AMC, it could technically happen. I'm not saying it's not going to, but right there, we do not currently expect AMC board to make such a proposal anytime soon. They're not expecting it to happen. It is more likely than not that the two securities, the common stock and AMC preferred equity units, will trade as two separate securities for quite some time to come. If you were watching this and you're banking on APE getting pushed back into AMC, you're betting on a low probability outcome. Two separate securities for quite some time to come. I want to be very, very clear about that. Do I need to do anything to receive AMC preferred equity unit dividend? No, you just need to be the owner on the ex-dividend date. Is the AMC preferred equity unit a dividend, a cash dividend? No, it is not right here. No, the dividend is not a cash dividend. It is a preferred equity unit dividend. A dividend can just be anything, really. If you hold shares of common stock directly in the DR system of Computershare, you will receive APEs for the whole number of shares you own, plus any fractional shares of common stock you receive in cash in lieu of fractional AMC preferred. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That makes sense. If you hold fractional shares of common stock through a broker and have questions about the treatment of your fractional shares, please contact your brokerage firm. Each brokerage determines what type of securities it will support on the trading platform. This is almost a weird jab at Robinhood, when at first they said they wouldn't support APE, and then people got pissed off, and now they're saying, yeah, we will support it. Do the AMC preferred equity units have voting rights? Yeah, it's the exact same as common stock. Yes, the AMC preferred equity units are designed to have the same voting rights as common stock. Awesome. How many preferred equity units are there? This is interesting, but it's 5 billion right here. Theoretically, over the lifetime of this security, the maximum number of AMC preferred equity units could be authorized over time is 5 billion based on a total number of authorized preferred stock of 50 million. That's the 100 multiple that we saw earlier. This 50 million that I have highlighted, this was approved back in 2013. So the AMC board asked, and they're like, yeah, we'll give you 50 million preferred stock to do what you need to do with it. And they've now chosen to use 10 million of it to basically do what we need to for this first round of APE. However, the AMC board currently has only authorized the equivalent of 1 billion, as in 10 million times 100. That's how we get the 1 billion. And at first, they're going to be using the first 500 and I guess 17 million to match the current AMC. And then they have basically another 500 million to raise money with, like through dilution. If you are issuing this many preferred equity units as a dividend, what happens to the other approximately 583 million preferred equity units? The preferred stock underlying AMC preferred equity units remains after issuance of the dividend. Approximately 483 will be categorized as authorized but unissued units of AMC's balance sheet. As in, they're going to wait for the right opportunity to raise money by dumping potentially up to 483. Well, potentially even more than that, but what they have on hand is 483. This is a big one. Can AMC issue this without shareholder approval? The answer is a resounding yes. They do not need shareholder approval to dump this 483 or really any of the other 40 million preferred stock. The shareholders of AMC already approved the creation of AMC preferred equity stock back in 2013 and delegated its future issuance solely to the AMC board of directors. Issuance solely to the AMC board of directors. Pretty clear cut. They don't need to ask. When will AMC issue or sell remaining AMC preferred equity units? Basically, when they think it's a good opportunity. If and when the board of directors chooses to issue or sell a portion of the authorized but unissued AMC. Basically, when they think it's appropriate to raise money, that's when they'll do it. So not necessarily right away, but it also theoretically could be right away. It's up to them. You'd have to ask Adam Aron that one. When do AMC preferred equity units start trading and what time? So it sounds between 9:30 and noon on August 22nd. What happens to option contracts? Dividend is paid. This is a process known as being made whole, and you can reach out to your broker. Some people have already been putting it on Reddit, on Twitter. Let's see what they actually said about it. AMC is not responsible in terms of interpretations of options contract. Yeah, you have to contact your broker about this. But in general, for example, a contract of 100 shares of common stock should become a contract of 100 shares of common stock plus 100 preferred equity units. However, those trading options should consult with your broker. So basically, they're putting that one on your broker and saying, yeah, go ask them. Is there any common stock dilution due to the AMC preferred equity unit dividend? No, there is not. Will I receive AMC preferred equity units in my brokerage account? You should if you're on a good brokerage. I'm an international shareholder. While I receive AMC preferred equity units, I can't really speak for it, but I believe the answer is yes. I've never used an international one, but you have the right to a dividend. So yes, even international shareholders should be getting this. But once again, probably reach out to your broker. Is it accurate that my broker may sell all my AMC preferred equity units and give me the cash equivalent rather than my AMC preferred equity unit dividend? Let's see what they say about that. That's a great question. If your shares of common stock are held, AMC will be delivering AMC preferred equity unit dividend via computer share to the DTCC, who will then deliver to your broker. How each individual broker then handles the dividend is determined by your broker and is governed. So that's a broker to broker situation. How's the issuance of AMC preferred equity unit dividend taxed? The tax should actually, Adam Aron talked about this, but please talk to a CPA that you're in the same tax as your AMC. So if you already have long-term or short-term, that's how your APE should also then be treated, not as a completely new thing. Right here in the US, the unit dividend is not expected to be a taxable dividend. However, any investors who receive cash in lieu of fractional units may recognize a taxable gain or loss in respect of the receipt of such cash. So probably talk to a CPA about that one. I am seeing references that people are calling this a spinoff. Are you selling off any part of the company? No. I'm still confused about the dividend. Can you delay the dividend for the fourth quarter? Ooh, I know. I saw people getting kind of weird about this. I would think it would be silly. Therefore, the dividend will and must proceed with the outline filings. Yeah, they filed that they're going to do it. They can't change it. What shares will be used in dilution earnings per calculation when you report third quarter earnings? The diluted earnings per share calculation for 2022 will include both common stock and AMC preferred equity units. Can investors short AMC preferred equity units? AMC preferred equity units are expected to trade in a manner similar to the other ones, as in short selling. Yeah, you can. Duh. Can I buy or sell AMC preferred equity units after they begin trading? Yeah, why not? As long as your brokerage allows preferred equity units or like to be traded on that brokerage. But yeah, if you're on the right brokerage, you totally can. Do I need to register my shares of common stock, transfer it to receive it? No, you don't. But this is a good one. Are they automatically DRS? They are not. ComputerShare is getting them to the DTCC, which is then getting to your brokerage. They're not automatically registered. They're not automatically DRS'd. How do I sign up with IO and Ape? Blah, blah, blah. You could just do that on their website. Can I get the NFTs? All right. Forward-looking statements. Well, that's the full breakdown of the 8K that just came out now. I mean, a lot of this stuff, I didn't find anything particularly new here. A lot of the ones are things that we've all already been talking about, which I think is very, very important. But please understand, the thing that they seem to stress in this 8K, which we've talked about here, but people are seeming to like not want to believe it, is the whole idea of the concept of Ape coming back into AMC. That's only possible with two separate events. First, yes, if like it has to be proposed, which people are just assuming that AMC is the leadership team, the board is going to like propose that. They don't have to. They even said in this filing that it's going to trade for quite some time, most likely. I mean, this is all of like their intention now. And yes, obviously things can change. If they want to do it right away, they can. But I don't see them doing that until they figure out all the dilution of Ape that they want to raise capital to pay off their debt and do mergers and acquisitions and basically improve the long-term viability of AMC. This Form 8K that we're seeing is making me more confident, in my opinion, that AMC is better than Ape. If I don't really, in my mind, I think they're very close. I've been following AMC and talking about it and owning it. Like, this has been a big, big part of my life for now over a year and a half. Now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, hey, take your financial investment and we're going to split it in half. Half AMC, half Ape. I like AMC. I want to double down on AMC. And there's some just clear misinformation going about what Ape is or isn't. I implore everyone to dive into these filings. I think it's actually cool that they put this out there to kind of clear up some of the confusion.